What's up, it's Jan back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. This is gonna be my October TBR. Alright, October is hands down the most stressful month for TBRs every year because I just want to read all the spooky books, you know, and I just can't narrow it down. But I tried my best. I have 16. I narrowed it down to 16, y'all. Like, this was at like 30 books and I was like, absolutely not. I will still mention my hopefuls for the month in the notes on my phone. I did split it up to like the different like readathons for prompts and stuff. Another reason why October is always so stressful because there's so many readathons going on every single year. It gets so hard to pick. So personally, I picked 3 of them that I'm going to do, which is still a lot, but actually, wait, there's 4, possibly 4. For the ones that I'm like for sure gonna use for certain prompts, I'll mention, but other than that, like I'm gonna kind of wing it, all right? Don't hate me. But I'm gonna try to vlog at least once for every readathon that I mention. Let's just talk about those first. I'm just gonna mention this one first because it's the one that I'm co-hosting, and that is Stabathon. I'll link my announcement video down below as well as my co-host. So this is a Scream themed readathon. Like I said, if you want to hear all the prompts, because I don't have a book assigned to each prompt just yet. I won't really until that week, which is from the 3rd to the 9th. I gotta get my shit together is all I'm saying. All I know is I gotta finish my book club pick before the 3rd because that's a whole separate vlog for my Patreon because I have one of those now, and my full moon book club dedicated reading vlogs are now on the 1st tier. Just so y'all know, that's that. Join the Lair if you are so inclined. If the bloodlust is calling to you at this very moment, please join the Lair. It's a party. The Discord is so much fun. The Discord you can't get in until the Dracula tier, which is the 2nd tier by the way, but I love everyone on there. It's so much fun talking to everyone on a daily basis, getting to know all of y'all, so all that information is linked down below. And then we have Blackoweenathon, which is hosted by Bree from Locked Booktition, and I'm actually going to be doing my first of the month sprints dedicated to Blackoweenathon because I will be reading my book club pick because it fits the black horror theme. So this one is all month long. I will only be vlogging once for a week. At least that's the plan for now. This is all about reading crime fiction, like thrillers, mysteries, horror, all written by Black authors. And I do have my merch for it and everything. Oh, I was supposed to wear that in this video. I was really feeling Wednesday Addams. I'm gonna wear my Blackoweenathon merch when I do my Blackoweenathon vlog. Ooh, I have to remember to wear it on my sprints too. That'd be a vibe. She also has co-hosts and sprints that are gonna be hosted all throughout the month by all different people, and I'm gonna be kicking it off on the 1st. And then there's also Vampathon, which is hosted by Jodie, who is literally one of my all-time favorite booktubers, and she's hosting it with 3 other people, Kay, Kat, and Mika. This is obviously a vampire themed readathon, and I've been participating ever since I found out about it. I think last year was the first, no, I missed the first year that Jodie created it, but then I participated every year after that. I think this is how I found Jodie actually, so thank the booktube gods for Vampathon. So I have a lot of vampire books on this TBR, and then there's also Bookathon, which is hosted by Gwen and Keisha. There might be other hosts as well, but this one is a spooky middle grade theme. I kind of found out about that one after I already had most of my TBR planned out, so those books are going to be on my hopefuls. If I can find the audiobook, I'll just squeeze it in, you know, between books and stuff during that week, and that one is going to be from the 10th to the 16th. Vampathon is going to be from the 24th to the 31st, by the way. Very last week of October goes into Halloween. It's a good time. We're going to start with my book club pick, like I always do. This is actually my September book club pick. I'm going to read it in October because the live show is on October 9th at 7 p.m. Central. I've been posting about it, so hopefully a lot of y'all have gotten to it already. And my guest host is Deja from Deja's Book World. This is a Kori retelling written by Tiffany D. Jackson. She is amazing at YA horror and thrillers. This is perfect because I didn't even plan it out with like the live show being during Blackoweenathon, and it's just the universe had my back on this one, okay? I'm actually gonna start this September 30th so that I could finish it by Stabathon, she said hopefully. And I'm also 40 pages away from finishing Kori, so we're gonna hope I finish that tonight so that I'm prepared for this because I've only heard good things. I heard it gets heavy, so prepare for that. But look at the back of this. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Tiffany D. Jackson, I've read 4 of her other books, so this is a Tiffany D. Jackson stannel, if you will. But yeah, I've read White Smoke, Groan, Let Me Hear a Rhyme, and Monday's Not Coming. This will be my 5th one. I still have yet to read Allegedly and some of her short stories, but yeah, I'm so excited. I'm just gonna go in order of this pile because that's what's happening, okay? The next book I'm actually buddy reading with my patrons and Joey because he was interested in this book as well. I actually got to page 7 last time I tried reading this, but I think I can start over. I usually don't start over when I soft DNF books, but I think this one I'll start over. But The Last House on Needless Street by Katrina Ward. I really dig this cover. I love it so much. This is an art copy. I don't know too much about this. All I know is I need to read it. I think there's just a house and things happen, and I heard this book is twisty. I don't know, I kind of want to go into it as blind as possible. I'm surprised I haven't spoiled myself yet because this came out a while ago and I've seen a lot of my friends read this. Hope I like it because I also own Sundial and I'm really looking forward to her new release, Little Eve. So let's just hope it doesn't disappoint. The next book I have will also be for Black Aweenathon because it's a YA horror about zombies, but like you would never know just from this cover. Like, come on. The Undead Truth of Us by Brittany S. Lewis. This was actually on my September TBR, didn't get to it, so you've probably already heard me talk about it several times. She's obsessed with Starry Night. Like this is everything I love in a cover. Starry Night is my favorite painting of all time. Sunflowers are the only flowers that I like. I read a couple pages of it and I was like, wow, I'm hooked. This is gonna go by so quickly. Like, look at the chapter heading. The chapters are so short, first of all, but the chapter headings, like half the page is gone. I'm gonna fly through this book and I'm so excited because it fits Black Aweenathon. Thanks to Jessie from Bow Ties and Books for gifting me this book for my birthday. The next two are manga. I'm reading this in honor of Brie, again, from Locked Petition. And also thank you to Ashley from Bookish Realm for also recommending this series to us. I'm doing a buddy read with a bunch of people like Brie from Brie Cherie Reads, Brie from Locked Petition, Ashley from Bookish Realm, Cami from Burrows and Books, Brandy from Books with Brandy Shanae, Erica from The Broken Spine. A lot of us. I might be forgetting people. I'm sorry if I do, but we're reading Monster. Oh my god. It's manga, so it's backwards. We're reading Monster, volumes 3 and 4. We read 1 and 2 last month. I have the box set. This is a thriller manga, and it gets heavy. There are a lot of content warnings, like a lot of them. Look those up before you go into it. Like, just as an example, there's racism, there's homophobia, there's misogyny. Those are just a few of many. But it's a ride, and I'm so excited because though they are thick, they go by quick. Wow, not me rapping. And then there's also like some colored pages throughout. I love this. So yeah, thank you to Brie and Ashley for the recommendations because we give credit where credit is due around here. So then I have Lake's Edge by, is it Lake's Edge or Lake's Edge? These are the questions that keep me up at night. By Lyndall Clipstone. The publisher sent this to me last year. Now the sequel's out and I have yet to read this. I think I started it. Yeah, I have a tab in here. I'm on page 15 apparently, or a little past that. This is another one that I would start over because I know I'm gonna love this. I just know. Look at this cover. It's gorgeous. I'm excited to read the sequel and I haven't even read the first one yet. It's just like YA gothic fiction. There's shit going on in this like haunted, is it haunted? I don't even know. There are monsters in the world, there are monsters in the woods, there's a monster in the shadows, and now it knows my name. That's creepy. So there's this girl and her brother. He has forbidden black magic that spills from his fingers as shadows. When the notorious monster of Lake's Edge discovers his magic, shit goes down, basically. So it just has all the dark gothic vibes that I need for spooky season, and I've been told many a times that I will love this book. It's right up my alley. It has all my vibes. Like, come on, I have a candelabra just chilling in front of me. Like, let's go. The next book was on my September TBR as well, and I didn't get to it because I read a different nonfiction instead of this as my nonfiction pick, and I decided just not to stress about it for the end of the month. This is gonna be my nonfiction pick for October. Will My Cat Eat My Eyeballs by Caitlin Dowdy. I still never learned how to say her last name, I'm sorry, but apparently she's also a YouTuber and she's a mortician, and I think she's Ask a Mortician on YouTube. I've heard a lot of love for her. She just like talks about death and there's illustrations. I've heard a lot of good things about a lot of her books and her videos as well. She seems like a fun human. Like, look, she's so cute. And I have a feeling this is gonna be like super entertaining. I have a feeling she's very funny and quirky, and I'm just here for it. So if you didn't know, I try to read one nonfiction book a month. This is the one for October. The next one technically doesn't fit the Black Aweenathon genres, but I don't know, I heard somewhere that there were like some paranormal-esque elements, so I'm just gonna count it, okay? Because everyone has been screaming at me from the rooftops to read this book. I'm just gonna do it. Amari and the Night Brothers, okay? Hold the applause. So my girl Christina from Christina's Chapters got this for me last year. Still have yet to read it. Maybe I'll also read it for Bookathon. That's a vibe. I'm sure y'all have heard of this already. It's a middle grade. It's supposed to be absolutely incredible. I haven't heard a single bad thing about it. This is another one where the sequel has come out and I haven't touched it yet, so we're gonna make it happen, she said desperately. Another one that I've been putting off, I've put on several TBRs now, and I keep putting it off. off. This was an impulse buy from Target. I remember going and I just picked this up and I've yet to freaking read it, and it's on my 22 books to read in 2022 and I just need to read it. All of Us Villains. I just love the naked cover. I've talked about this so many times. It's like Hunger Games but darker, I heard, and I'm not really a big like competition book type of gal, but I do like Christine Lynn Herman's writing. I read The Devouring Grey by them and I think this involves blood magic and stuff and generational magic. I don't know, I heard it gets dark. I want to read it. Again, sequel just came out recently, All of Our Demise, so let's hope I like it enough to continue. This I'm specifically using for a prompt though. For a stabathon, there is read a book from the villain's point of view. I saw on book Twitter that this fits the bill, so hopefully I finally get to this. Like, goddamn. Then I have one that's specifically for Vampathon. I had this on my Vampathon TBR last year and didn't get to it, but now is the time to finally continue the Stalk and Jack the Ripper series by Kerri Maniscalco, Hunting Prince Dracula. This one is Olivia Rizalate's favorite of the four. I know this is a lot of people's favorites. I think this is Jodie's favorite too of the series. I have a feeling it's gonna be mine as well because I loved Stalking Jack the Ripper, but like make it vampires and I'm sold. You have my fucking heart, Kerri Maniscalco. I'm currently in the middle of Kingdom of the Cursed. Kingdom of the Feared comes tomorrow from the time that I'm filming this, so she has me in a chokehold, y'all. I know this is gonna do it. I can feel it in my bones. I have some that I don't have physically just yet because either they haven't come out yet or I'm waiting for it to get sent to me. This is not the right post-it note. Okay, so I really want to read House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson. I've owned The Year of the Witching for so long. Christina actually got that for me last year too. Haven't picked it up yet, but this one is vampires. I think it's sapphic. The cover is so eerie. At first glance, she kind of looks like Rory Gilmore, just a little bit. But honestly, when I first saw this, I was like, this reminds me of The Dutch House by Anne Patchett, and I was just like, I'm not interested. And then I heard it was about vampires, and it's like gothic and shit, and I'm like, whoa, hold up, give me this book right now. And then also The Empress of Time by Kylie Lee Baker. This one comes out on the 4th of October, and I'm running my ass to Barnes & Noble to get that book because it's the sequel to The Keeper of Night, and The Keeper of Night is one of my all-time favorite books. It's on my favorite shelf. It was one of my favorites YA fantasies, favorite books of 2021. Yeah, you know what? Why is Horrid not on my favorite shelf? That is my question. Sorry, I got easily distracted. But yeah, this one is also happening on the 4th. I am buying it. I'm gonna try to fit it into a readathon prompt. We're gonna see if it fits any stabathon prompts. I don't think so, but we shall see. Another one that I'm definitely gonna buy because of Cami is Belladonna. The author Adeline Grace or something like that. I don't know. I wasn't interested in this because I honestly don't like the dust jacket cover. It just looks like a lot of YA books nowadays. But the inside, the naked cover, oh my god. If you're on my Patreon, you see me like unravel it at Target and my jaw hit hell. Like, it was so pretty. Cami said the writing is stunning and that I'm gonna absolutely love it, and she said she couldn't put it down, so I had to stick it into my October TBR. Like, no apologies. The last book on this non-hopefuls, like really trying my hardest to get to, is another vampire book called Silver Under Nightfall, which is by Rin Chapeko, who is a Filipino author. I honestly haven't read anything by them yet, but this one just has to be my first. It just has to be. It just sounds so good, and it's compared to Castlevania, which is the only anime I've ever seen, and I loved it. All the seasons, all of it. It was all vampires all the time. It was just so fucking good. I honestly kind of want to watch it again, but I watch it with an ex, so like I don't really want to do that, but like I want to at the same time. Silver Under Nightfall. I'm waiting for it in the mail. One of my friends oh so kindly is sending it to me, so thank you so much. You know who you are. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it because of reasons, but thank you. This one just sounds so fucking good and the cover is stunning. I will try my best to read it during my Patreon 24-hour readathon because it fits one of the prompts that I'm thinking of making, because it's gonna be, I'm not gonna announce it yet, but it fits. Okay, all right, so we're gonna move on to my hopefuls real quick. I'll talk about my bookathon hopefuls. Like I said, it's a spooky middle grade themed readathon, so this one has been on previous TBRs as well. I've had it for so long, and I know Cami loves this series so much. Finally, hopefully gonna get to it. I know I'm gonna get through it so quickly because, you know, it's a middle grade and it's so short. But it's Small Spaces by Kathryn Arden, who's the author of The Bear and the Nightingale, by the way. Cami said this actually gets kind of creepy, and I know like the 4th one has come out recently, so I need to get cracking. Recently found out about this one. I forgot from where, probably like Goodreads or something. It's called The Clackety by Laura Senf. It says, from somewhere deep in the shadows, a hand reached out. My brain told me the hand was too far away from the face to belong to the same creature, but it had to. Because the thing smiled, oh, not smiled wider. I hate creepy things that smile. Oh god. And gave me a little wave. It had too many joints in its long fingers and they made a click 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 when they bent. I screamed. Okay, that actually sounds really scary for a middle grade, but I'm so excited for it. Wow. Hopefully it doesn't give me nightmares. And then I heard this one's really creepy too. Doll Bones by Holly Black, who's the author of The Cruel Prince. I will link my Folk of the Air trilogy vlog down below. But yeah, I've heard good things about this one as well. I don't know anything about it. I just know it involves dolls and dolls are creepy in general. So we're just gonna roll with it. Also hoping to get to New Moon because I didn't get to it in September, and Sarah from Sarah Shelves and Cami are hosting a Twilight read along and I'm behind as anticipated. So here we are. We're gonna see if we can squeeze it in this month. What's most likely gonna happen is that I'm gonna end up reading all of them in December because I'm gonna procrastinate. The next one is gonna probably end up being my book for the Read a Retelling prompt for Stabathon, and that is A Spindle Splintered by Alex E. Harrow. This would be my first Alex E. Harrow book, and I've owned The Once and Future Witches and The 10,000 Doors of January for so long, but this one might be my first because it's a retelling of, why am I blanking? Sleeping Beauty. I kept wanting to say Rumpelstiltskin for some fucking reason. Super short, it's a novella, and it has illustrations. Come on. I'm most likely gonna get to this one just to feel accomplished with my life. The next one I really want to get to because I read a few pages of it and I was hooked already. It's like true crime fiction. No, it's fiction based on true crime. It's YA. I've read The Perfect Place to Die by this author, but now this is their newest one, Don't Go to Sleep. It's like an axe murderer. The beginning just grips you by the fucking throat. We're gonna keep it PG. By the throat. I want to keep reading it. I know it's gonna go by quickly, so maybe if I have a day to just like binge and I want like the true crime vibes, this is what's happening. And then I was also in a witchy romance mood because of The Kiss Curse coming out, which I actually have right here. And I just reread the X-Hex all in like one sitting today via audio. I reread it. It was just as good as the first time. So I was in a witchy romance mood and I kind of want to do a witchy romance vlog if I have time. If I have time, that's the key word, if. I have Witch Please and Not the Witch You Wed. I've heard really good things about this one. I heard nothing about this one. I think the guy in this one is a werewolf. I don't know about this one. I know this is a series though. But yeah, I'm just in a witchy romance mood. I'm gonna start The Kiss Curse tonight. That is all. Holy freaking shit. That TBR is ridiculous. Like I said, the last part of that we're all hopefuls. I'm manifesting a good reading month. I need October to be successful because usually I get so stressed out in October that I don't read anything I want to read. It's so frustrating. I'm also trying to do Spooktober, so if this is the early days of Spooktober, is it Spooktober, Booktober, whatever I decide to name it. Hello, welcome, today, whatever. If you made it to the end of this video, put any type of spooky emoji in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Hope y'all had a great day. Stay safe, stay positive, and stay spooky, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye!